All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our first ever All Things Real Estate for Veterans seminar. This seminar would be held every Wednesday from 5:30 to 6:30. Actually, the first Wednesday of the month, not every Wednesday. And we have all the links for people to sign up. So follow us on Facebook, social media. We have all the information at the last slide, so you can sign up with us. And please spread the words to any veteran that you know of in your network. And we love to see more of you on our monthly call. So for today, we're gonna cover a couple of things why we come up with this seminar. We're gonna provide some update about real estate market, also about VA loan, some tips from the staging partner, and we will have the focal topic of the month for our veteran. And at the end, we're going to have the question and answer from all of you. So first of all, why VA Columbus? We do have the website vacolumbus.com. You can check us out with all the information in there. I am Tracy Keffer. I am the team lead, Powerhouse Columbus Real Estate Team. We are with Keller Williams. And I am a veteran spouse. My husband was in military for 6 years. He was in Iraq, Afghanistan, Texas, you name it, everywhere. I married him after he's done with the Army, and I'm always thankful that he got home with us, be a husband and a father for the family. And the experience in the Army actually shaped him to be the person that he is today. And I'm thankful, and I always want to pay back by helping veteran with the one thing that I know best and do best, which is real estate. We have Brian on the call today, and Brian, tell us a little bit about you.
Yep. So thank you for having me. So I'm Brian Wiley with Movement Mortgage. A little bit about me. I joined the United States Navy, left for boot camp October 19th, 2005. And my official EAOS in the Navy was 28 May 2014. And I missed the military so much, I took a 2-day hiatus. And then from there, I joined the Air Force Reserves May 30th, 2014, and I've been in ever since. So when I was in the Navy, fuel jets, I worked on the aircraft carriers, I worked up on the flight deck. It was fun, exhilarating, young man's game. And then now that I'm in the Air Force, I am a crew chief now. I work on C-17s, and I absolutely love it. I tell everyone that I joined the Navy to see the world, and I joined the Air Force to retire. So, but yeah, it's been a fun ride. So total in all, I've been in a little over 15 years, and wouldn't trade it for anything. So.
Okay, that's quite a journey, right? So from Brian can fill me in during this whole seminar today, but for me as a real estate agent, when I have the listing and I have the buyer presented the offer, we always have to explain all the terms to the seller, and then we say, well, this is conventional loan, this is FHA loan, this is USDA loan, and this is VA loan. And so every time we get a VA loan, the same with FHA loan, basically it's a challenging situation to get the offer accepted. And so the buyer who you VA loan really have a difficult time to get through and get into their dream home. And I get frustrated sometimes because our veteran, they spend the time to serve the country, they got home just to get the benefit from VA loan, which is a great loan. Brian will tell you that later. And then only for our veteran to get basically discriminated because the loan is not really prefer. And so I just feel like there's something I can do to really help that. So anytime I have the seller, I always try to explain to them that VA loan is actually a good loan. And I say that from my own experience to buy my primary home with VA loan. So I always encourage all the seller who bought the house with VA loan before, and I always tell them, you understand, you bought the house with VA loan, you have the power to really help other buyers. When you sell the house, please make sure we give everybody a fair chance, to buy the house. So we really feel the need that we have something to do here just to help our community. And that's why I reached out to some of our partners, and Ryan is one of them, to really become an expert in our field and help home seller and buyer every day. We also come up with a little more from our end to help our veteran. So we come up with the closing package. So basically, anytime you have a seller, buyer do any real estate transaction with us, we will help them buy different things. So one package we have 1,000 closing discount payback to the veteran, and we committed to help our community not only through real estate transaction but beyond that. So me and Brian, each of us personally want to contribute $100 to any transaction we close to put in a fund, and end of the year we're going to choose an organization to donate that and help our veteran community to grow even stronger. So let me just go quickly. What are we dealing with real estate market these days? Well, it is still a seller market for several years. And what does it mean? It means we have low inventory, we have high price. And why is that? Because as you can see here, the total inventory for this week is about 2,400. It's less than half of what was listed for sale a year ago. And the price, it went from so it right now is 240, and it's increased 17% over a year. That's a lot. The low interest rate of is also, bring more buyer to the market. And of course, interest rate very different, depends on the personal, individual situation. But right now, people can buy a house less than 3%. So Central Ohio is always a hub for people to move here from everywhere else, because we have good job, good, stable economy. The school district is good, the culture, a lot of things to do, activity to do. Right now it's snowing, so we have something to do with the snow, so that, you cannot find it in Texas. I moved here from Texas, by the way. That's why I bring it up. So very interesting here with the statistic that if somebody purchased a typical home in Central Ohio 30 years ago, they would have gained about $233,666 at the second quarter of 2020. That is a lot. So that also leads to the point that a lot of veterans that they own the house for a little while, and they realize the equity in the house. They sell the house and move to a next house that fit better to their family needs. So that is the market today. Well, I'm going to turn it back to Brian so he can tell us more about some news from the lending perspective.
Yep. So appreciate it, Tracy. So yeah, I want to talk to you guys about, first off, when you're looking off to the left, a lot of the things that people don't know about the VA. So I use my personal experience. When I transitioned out of the Navy, we had to go through what we call a TAP class, a Transition Assistance Program class. And it's a 5-day class that teaches you how to be a civilian, how to write a resume, everything that you need to know about your VA benefits. But there's so much stuff when it comes to the VA benefit as a whole, that they don't have a lot of time to cram it in a half a day, which is what they try to do. One of those things that they are supposed to talk about is the VA home loan benefit, and they don't necessarily talk about that much because people that are transitioning out, it's all about filing for disability and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things. When I went and bought my first home, I didn't even know that the VA loan was a thing. And I know a lot of veterans, we also feel that way as well. And that's, a lot of us don't even know that exists. So here's some things that you need to know about the VA loan. First off, no down payment is required. This is one of the very few loan products that you can get away with a 100% finance loan. Now, there's still closing costs that's associated with that, which I'll get into a discount that Movement has here going forward. But from a down payment standpoint, the VA loan does not require a down payment. So 29% of veterans will put a down payment down, but you do not necessarily have to if you don't want. Here with Movement Mortgage, we do not have any lender fees. So when you look at the VA guideline, a lender can charge up to 1% of the loan amount. So let's say you have a $200,000 house that you were purchasing. Your loan amount is $200,000 because you're going to finance 100% of it. The lender can charge up to $2,000 in origination fees. Here at Movement Mortgage, we do not charge any lender fees at all. We don't charge an underwriting fee. We do not charge a processing fee. Number three, one of the amazing things about the VA loan is you do not have any PMI or private mortgage insurance. Now, with your FHA loans, depending on what your down payment looks like, you're rather going to have a upfront mortgage insurance premium of 1.75% plus mortgage insurance, which is 0.85 or 0.80 depending on the down payment. With conventional, if you put less than 20% down, you're going to be looking at mortgage insurance for that as well. So VA is one of the very few loan products, or it's actually the only loan product where you can put absolutely nothing down and have no mortgage insurance. Now, the one thing I like about the VA loan, when we look at number 4, is more forgiving credit guidelines. Now, with the VA loan, this is the nice way I like to explain it with the VA. When you look at all the other guidelines and you look at every other loan product out there, us as the lenders, we have guidelines that we have to abide by. So when we look at these guidelines, all these other loan products, they're going to tell us what we have to do. You have to do this. If you want to do a gift, this is how you do it. If you want to do this, that, or the other, there is a step-by-step process on how to do it. With the VA loan, when we look at our guidelines, the 26-7, which is the VA lender handbook, they basically tell you what you can't do. So they're going to tell you what you can't do, but everything else is open. As long as you can figure out a way that is not that way, there's a good chance that we can get away with it. So number 5, lowest average fixed interest rates available. If you look at average interest rates across the board of all loan products, VA is hands down the absolute lowest interest rate available. Most people want to be able to take care of the veteran community. Most mortgage companies want to be able to take care of the veterans any possible way they can. So when you look at VA loans as a whole, predominantly, historically, you're going to see that these rates are significantly lower than any other loan product. So when you saw on the slide before, interest rate 2.950, that is an average across the board. Now, I will tell you here, me personally, I have been locking people underneath that, not charging them any points, no loan lender fees, none of that stuff. So, and then fewer closing costs. There's a lot less closing costs, obviously, because we don't have the underwriting and processing fees. So this loan product is eligible for anybody that has served in the military. Now you do have a difference between if you were in wartime, if you were in peacetime, which we've technically been in wartime since the Gulf War. So anyone that has served at least 90 days on Title 10 orders is eligible for the VA home loan benefit. Now, if you are a National Guard member or a reservist, there are some stipulations around that. You do need to serve, you need to have 6 good years, or if you are activated on Title 10 orders, you abide by the active duty with the 90 days. So, and I want to give you guys this quick little nugget also. So for a very, very short time, if you see off to the right here, you're going to see that we have a $1,000 lender credit. So what Movement is doing right now is not only do we not charge an underwriting fee, we don't charge a processing fee, but up until January 11th, we are going to be giving any veteran that is eligible for the VA home loan benefit, we're going to be giving them a $1,000 lender credit on top of all that. So, yeah, that was a lot of information I gave you guys. But again, Tracy, thank you for having me on. I look forward to helping anyone I can.
Thank you, Brian. So we have the package from title company, inspection company, from me as a real estate agent, and then from Brian from Movement Mortgage. So hopefully it's gonna help our veteran a little better. So we talked earlier, it's a good market. So a lot of people move up or move down, I guess, like downside. When we put the house on the market for sale, it's a standard of my real estate team. We always use professional photo. That's just standard, because nowadays people really need to like the house online first before they actually have interest to really see the house in real life. So picture is one thing, but staging is also very important. So we have Christy and Sarah from our staging partner company to come here and share with us more about staging. Sarah?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, my name's Sarah, and I'm with Simple Nest. And Christy, my partner, couldn't join tonight, but I'll just go through this slide really briefly with everyone. The, I guess, definition of staging is the preparation of a residence with the goal in mind to create broad appeal to attract the highest number of potential buyers, sell quickly, and sell for top dollar. So most homes, you know, can always add a little sprucing up to it that will make the general public, you know, be more appealed to your home. What services are offered? So we offer quite a few services. We do consultations and recommendations on preparing your home. That is simply just coming in and saying, okay, you know, remove this piece of artwork here, maybe move this table over here, go buy a plant or something like super small like that. That's a very simple way to just spruce up a home quickly, and actually doesn't, you know, cost the home buyer much money. The next option is hands-on occupied staging. So when a person is going to actually live in the home and still wants to sell it but needs it staged, we consider that occupied. So we come in and we bring in anything from just a couple pieces of either artwork or accessories to actually adding an entire floor set. So that could be an entire living room, you know, if somebody doesn't have actual living room furniture, or we might not think that the couch that they have in their living room is going to work. You know, maybe they have kids or pets or something and it's not in the best quality. So that happens often, and it's a way that people right now can set themselves apart, you know, make their house stand out a little bit better. And obviously at the end of the day, get more money for than what they're actually asking for. And then lastly is the one that most people know about. That would be a vacant stage. So we come in and set up all the furniture, accessories, and artwork on an entire home. That is typically we stage, you know, every living room that's in the home, definitely the master bedroom, the kitchen, the dining room, and then just it kind of is like a need be basis on the extra bedrooms for homes. But a couple points to why we actually need home staging, or I should say sellers need home staging, is that it eliminates the personal items in people's homes, like pictures. A lot of people have pictures in their homes. I know I personally do. But that oftentimes limits the any buyer from seeing themselves living in that home. When they see other people's families on the walls, or, you know, dogs or cats pictures, it kind of makes them more closed-minded to them actually seeing themselves living there. So that's a big key. It helps create space that buyers can envision as their next home. And then actually 80% of future buyers believe that staged homes make it easier to visualize the property as a home. It just makes it more cohesive. It neutralizes everything that's in there. And then staged homes sell 50 to 70% faster than non-staged homes. So obviously money, or I should say time is money. So the quicker you can sell your home, the faster, or the quicker you can sell your home, that means the faster you're going to get your money for selling your home. So why wouldn't you want to do that? And then staged homes see an average of 20% more on their asking or sale price than non-staged homes. And we're seeing that often right now, especially in the market that we're at. Most homes that we are staging are going for well above asking price. And who wouldn't want that? So that is why you need home staging.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I can tell you from my experience with my seller using the service from Sarah company, we always get the house sold very quickly and for more money. The latest we got it staged. We actually sold it like within 48 hours. So it is very, very important to get the house staged. And I'm sure Sarah and Christy will come back in a later episode to share with us more about staging. So thank you for that. Okay, let's talk about the topic of this month. And so I kind of mentioned the misperception about VA loan earlier. And so let's really talk about it. Like, what is the perception about VA loan and how we can actually educate public a little better and help the community better. So, well, first of all, when you buy a house, when you do inspection, you don't really have to do on-cap inspection if you don't want to. But if you take a VA loan, you have to do the termite inspection, and it has to be paid by somebody else, not the buyer. So most of the time, we ask the seller to pay it. However, if the seller doesn't want to pay it, somebody else can pay it. When I have a VA transaction, either buyer and seller, I volunteer to be that person to pay that termite inspection and help everybody and the transaction goes smoothly. And again, we're talking about less than $100, so it's not like a huge deal. The second one, they perceive that VA loan appraisal is more tricky to get approval. That's not true, because if we look at a property that is not safe and sound condition for the homeowner, I mean, most likely it's going to be rejected or requested to be fixed to make it safe and sound for the buyer anyway. And the true story, I bought my own house with the veteran benefit from my husband. So we bought the house with one bathroom. It's really like undone. There's no really finished drywall. There's not really a flooring in place. And so I even thought, oh no, I'm gonna have a big trouble to get this to closing table. But guess what? We didn't have any. So I used my own story to tell, like, listen, don't really listen to all of that, because I am the one that used the benefit and I can swear by it. It really depends on the appraiser. It's just opinion. It's just the person. Like you and me, we're gonna have different opinion about any condition of any house. So it's not about VA loan. It's just the condition of the property and the appraiser itself. They even think that the appraiser might give less value for the property. I mean, is a lender that do a lot of VA loan and probably read a lot of VA appraisal. Brian, can you tell me more? It is true?
Yeah, that's definitely not true. I'll give you a quick example. I had a good friend, an Army major. He purchased a house probably, I want to say it was a month and a half ago. And his value came in about $12,000 over what the sales price was. So I can attest to that firsthand, saying that that's definitely not true.
Yeah, and so I mean, the poor appraiser that do the work for VA loan is still pretty much the same pool of appraiser that do the work for any type of loans on the market. Is it correct?
Correct. Yeah. You actually, in order to be a VA appraiser, you have to have conducted in the past a significant amount of appraisals in order to be able to even be considered to be a VA appraiser.
Got it. So another thing is we in the seller market, meaning the buyer really have to perform and compete with other buyers to make their offer stronger and stand by from the ground. And so a lot of times the buyers say, well, if appraisal come back low, I'm gonna pay X amount of dollar more than the contract price. And the seller always look at the VA loan and say, well, it's 0% down payment. They don't have money to pay extra if it actually come back low. That is not true, because before people go buy a loan, most of them that already have some savings. So instead of put all the money, all the saving into the down payment, they get the 0% benefit. So guess what? They have that extra money and do whatever they want. And so Brian mentioned 29% veteran actually chose to put down some down payment to help with their monthly payment lower, right? So either they can do that, or either they can save that and become the competitive buyer to pay X amount of dollar if appraisal come back short. So in fact, the VA loan give the veteran the power to perform even better with other type of loan. The same with the buying power, like we have, so Brian mentioned there's low interest rate, higher debt ratio, and with the interest rate as low as today, for VA loan, it gives buyer the power to buy even the higher price property compared to other loan type. So the last thing is they think, well, VA loan is a government-backed loan and it takes forever to close. Is that true, Brian? How quickly you can close a deal?
Yeah, so VA loans, historically, way back in the day, that might have been a thing. But what we have now is a lot of your lenders have automated underwriting authority from the VA. So what that means is we don't have to send a loan to the VA anymore for underwriting. Our underwriters that are in-house actually have the ability to underwrite a VA loan. Traditionally, I would say 21 to 30 days is a very, very realistic expectation. For me personally, I'm right around 24 days on my turn times on VA loans. So that's actually a very, very accurate number.
So that's awesome, because very typical, I see 30 to 40 days in our market in Columbus. So again, any perception that people might think about VA loan is not true at all. So guys, please help us out here. Everything I put here on my website, vacolumbus.com, and you can get in here, get information, and share with whoever that, either selling the house, either thinking to buy the house, and let them know this information, so we give our veteran a fair chance to get into their home after the whole long time serve the country. I strongly believe they deserve a fair chance when it comes to real estate needs. So the very last session of today is the question and answer. Is there any question for us today? Also, we have all the social account on here that you guys can follow us. We have the Facebook group for veterans on here. And we have the website VA Columbus, we just show you. This is the website from Ryan, the lender. And this is the website from our staging partner from Simple Nest Columbus. So if you're curious about specific services each of our partners do, go ahead and check them out. And we also have our monthly call in January the 6th, same time, 5:30 to 6:30. So please share this Eventbrite link to any veteran you know. And again, we want to spread the word, so we're gonna have more and more veterans join our call every month. Thank you, guys.